Is Independence of the Seas still worth booking in 2026? We set sail from Cape Liberty, New Jersey to find out. From the cabins and dining to the entertainment, pools, and everything in between, we're taking an honest look at what this Royal Caribbean ship has to offer. Whether you're planning your first cruise or deciding if this ship is right for you, let's step aboard and see if Independence of the Seas lives up to the hype.
Welcome to our channel. Love to travel in our family. Join us on our adventures. We do want to go. Echo? Don't forget a sky.
Here it is, Independence of the Seas. Just for some context, we sailed out of Cape Liberty, New York, which is actually in Bayonne, New Jersey, and this was in April, so northeast, a little chilly out. They did have a Coast Guard inspection, so you could see us waiting. Normally, you do walk pretty quickly onto this cruise ship, but pretty simple process once it was underway. Here is a gangway, just a typical gangway. Entering the boat, and the first thing you want to do, as always, is go to your muster station. On Independence of the Seas, they had the muster stations, a lot of them outside, and it was a little chilly, so that was a little bit frustrating, but we did it real quick, real simple process. And after boarding any cruise ship, the first thing you want to do is get some food. So head straight to the Windjammer, and just FYI, embarkation day is always one of the busiest times on the Windjammer. It's always going to be crowded, especially right after everyone gets on the ship, so don't be surprised about that. Once you've had a chance to eat, you can make your way to your stateroom on the sailing. Our ocean view room was ready fairly quickly after boarding, which gave us a chance to get settled in. One thing to remember is that your luggage usually will not be waiting in your room when you first arrive. That's completely normal. The crew is working hard to deliver thousands of bags throughout the ship, so it can take several hours before everything arrives at your door. We'll have a full room tour and review coming up, but for now, here's a quick look at our ocean view stateroom. The room had a good layout, plenty of storage space, and the bathroom was a standard cruise ship size, compact but functional for everything you need during your trip. As you can see, regular shower here, a little small. It does have the door instead of a curtain, which is nice. For someone that's fairly large or tall, it might be a little difficult getting around there, but they do have the soap dispenser there and, towel racks, plenty of storage for your toiletries here. Extra towels, 4 for us, sink, toilet. It's a little crammed in there, but this is typical for any ship. As you can see, they also have menus for the minibar. You can order a room service to your room. There is a flat gratuity charge for a room service, but you can order as much food as you want for the single low fee. You can also order continental breakfast in the morning. They'll give you little placards to put on your door. One of the best places to start exploring on Independence of the Seas is the Royal Promenade. This is really the heart of the ship, and you'll probably find yourself walking through here several times a day, so get used to it. Lining both sides of the promenade are plenty of places to grab a bite or a drink. You'll find Cafe Promenade, which is perfect for coffee, sandwiches, pastries, and late night snacks. Are open very early in the morning as well. If you're looking for pizza, Serrano's is a guest favorite on all Royal Caribbean ships, open very late as well, making a great stop after a show or before heading back to your room. For something sweet, they have ice cream as well. It used to be Ben & Jerry's, but looks like that sign's gone, so maybe some branding is taken down for it, but it's still very good ice cream. There is a charge for this ice cream, however. There are also several bars throughout the promenade, including the classic English-style pub, where you'll often find live music in the evenings, as well as the Schooner Bar nearby, which is known for its nautical theme and nightly piano entertainment. If shopping is something more of your thing, you'll pass several retail stores selling Royal Caribbean merchandise, clothing, jewelry, watches, perfumes, souvenirs, and other duty-free items. It's worth taking a look at, especially since you'll often find different sales throughout the cruise. They'll even put up little tables in the middle. Just remember, on port days, it is closed until they do disembark from the port. We headed up to the top deck just to experience the sail away party on Royal Caribbean. This was quite the treat and surprise as we sailed past the Statue of Liberty, and our girls loved it. And we also were able to see us going under the bridge. Now, for Cape Liberty, it is not typical to sail past the Statue of Liberty. For whatever reason, our captain did that for us, and we really loved the view. It was just so cool to see. As the afternoon turns into evening, one of my favorite things to do is head up to the top deck. The crowds start to thin out a little, the temperature is more comfortable, and the whole ship takes on a completely different feel. Now, we had 2 toddlers, so during this time, my wife will usually get the girls to sleep. Usually takes about half an hour. We find it's best for me to leave the room because if we're both in there, they get too stimulated and they'll just be up all night. And we want them to be well rested for the next day. So I usually take a walk and I'll scope out some things to do for the next day and get some yummy snacks to bring back to the room, as we had to be in there with our girls. Now this was right around sunset, so there was still plenty of light to see everything, but the sky was starting to change colors. It's one of those moments that reminds you that your vacation has officially begun. From up here, you get a great view of the entire pool deck. During the day, this area is packed with people swimming. Not so much on this cruise because it was a little chilly, obviously, but you'd be surprised at people in the pools and the hot tubs. But you'll see people relaxing in the hot tubs, listening to live music, and soaking up the sun. But as the evening approaches, it starts to slow down. Some of the guests are heading back to their rooms, get ready for dinner. In this case, it was after dinner for us, but there's still late dinner people arriving. Others are trying to find a lounge chair to enjoy the sunset before the night's entertainment begins. The top deck is also a great place to appreciate just how big Independence of the Seas really is. Looking down from above, you can see how everything is laid out, from the pools and the whirlpools to the seating areas and a giant movie screen. It's amazing how much is packed into one ship. It truly amazes me every time. If you're someone who likes to stay active on vacation, you'll also notice that the walking track is on this deck. You could walk or jog on it, and it circles parts of the upper deck, whether you're getting in an early morning walk with a cup of coffee or taking an evening stroll like we are here, or I should say I am here. It's a peaceful way to enjoy the fresh ocean air. One thing I always recommend is taking at least one walk around the outside decks during a cruise. It's easy to get caught up in all the activities, shows, and dining options, but sometimes the simplest moments end up being the most memorable. And here you can see this ship had a pretty extensive splash pad for the toddlers. We were unable to enjoy it as it was a bit cold, but it was one of the more spacious ones I'd say that I've seen on cruise ships. Standing out here with the ocean stretching in every direction is such a reminder why cruising is such a unique way to travel. As the sun continues to dip lower, the atmosphere changes again, the deck lights begin to come on, and the music takes on more of an evening vibe, and the ship starts preparing for another night of entertainment. Before long, people will be heading away from dinner, going to live shows, comedy performances, and different bars and lounges scattered. You can see they have the family room lounge right up ahead. We will go into that a little later. And then right around, they have these partitions to kind of block the wind, which is really nice, so you're not getting blasted by that wind as you're sailing. And right around the corner in the back is Johnny Rockets, a favorite of the cruise ships. This is also an upcharge for it, although I believe as of now, breakfast is still free at Johnny Rockets, so definitely take advantage of that. Seating is limited. There's some outdoor seating, but on a cruise like this, it was too cold. Everyone was kind of crammed on the inside of Johnny Rockets. Also, don't forget to try one of the famous Johnny Rockets shakes, milkshakes. They're so delicious. Check your SeaPass card. You might have some coupons for 50% off or so on those shakes. Over here is the family toddler play area. We'll go into that later. And then they have their arcade room here. Lots of arcade games, I should say, in here. Girls always have a blast. Come in here for a little bit just to unwind. One thing I will say about the arcade, this is typical of a lot of Caribbean ships, is a lot of them are out of order. You'll see signs on a lot of them being closed. This is particularly because, for one, parts are hard to come by when you're out at sea, when they do break, and there's a lot of kids that kind of do abuse the games, sitting on them, smashing things, kind of unsupervised. It is unfortunate, but you'll find this in a lot of the Royal Caribbean ships. There's just a lot of signs on broken stuff. If you do go to guest services and you have an issue with a game not working, they will refund your credits, so that is something to keep in mind as well. As we head on inside, this is one of the entrances for one of the three main dining rooms right here. And then, of course, a Royal Promenade is here. And they have these cool little displays of the ships. It's really neat because it shows you where everything is. It's a model of the ship. And it's just really cool and fun to look at. And I love this rainbow bridge. So cool. It lights up with LEDs. It changes during the cruise. You could see some fantastic pictures there. The girls had so much fun just jumping on the different colors and just running across. Well, I shouldn't say running across, but just, hopping along and just enjoying the scenery. As we move along, you'll see Next Cruise here. Next Cruise is a great place to book your next Royal Caribbean vacation. They always have deals. Usually how it works is you put a $200 deposit on a future cruise and you have a certain amount of time to book that cruise, and they usually throw in some onboard credit for it. The benefit is the lower deposit instead of paying a larger percentage if you were online. And here we have the shop, Royal Caribbean's merchandise shop. They have cool branded t-shirts, sweaters, hats, you name it. Lots of handbags over here as well. It's really cool. Prices, typical for a cruise, a little pricey, not terrible. You will find some deals throughout the cruise. They'll have like a 2 for $20 or something like that. They have kids clothes as well, and I just really like the colors of their stuff as well. Like right here, they have blue tag sale. So you'll see these different sales throughout the cruise, so just keep taking a look on the app for sales. And of course, you can't forget the pizza, Sugar Beach, which we'll go over as well. Plenty of candy for the kids to enjoy. Really cool. And this used to be Ben & Jerry's. Now it's just a regular ice cream place, but it is an upcharge if you want to get ice cream there. It is delicious, so give that a try as well. Drink to head up to my wife to spend the night up there, but let's take a look at our early morning the next day. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. We are, what time is it? 5 o'clock in the morning? What?
Yeah.
We're going for a walk, right? A walk, and it is storming out there. All right. Let's go.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts of cruising is the early mornings. My one youngest daughter always wakes up super early and loves going on walks with me. We'll just go along the cruise ship and just walk around, and everything's empty and there's only a few people out there. We'll get a nice snack and coffee. The Royal Promenade is open up early, and take a look. All right, here we are. What do we got? You got some food?
Yeah.
What do we got? What kind of food we got?
Yeah.
Yeah? We got fruit Danish, smoked salmon, and some pineapple. What are you eating? Some smoked salmon? Smoked salmon and cream cheese with onion, cucumber, spinach, and on a croissant?
No.
Is it good?
No.
No? What are you eating? What? Okay. Hi. They also serve Starbucks coffee at the promenade, and I highly recommend getting the cafe card before you sail. Usually you get it at 35% off. It's a punch card. I think there's like 10 spots on it, and they punch it every time you get a coffee. And iced coffees are 2 punches for it, but it really significantly brings down the cost of your coffee. They also have a wide selection of sandwiches and fruits and parfaits here. Everything here you see is free. You can take as much as you want. I love the cups of the pineapple. You see the different breakfast sandwiches, breakfast wraps, and bagels. They will heat them up for you. They have many different tarts and pastries over here. Just such a good variety for your morning. As we move on, here is the dining room entrance again for one of the main dining rooms. I highly suggest using them for breakfast too, for a little more laid back instead of the windjammer. We like to utilize both, but it's really up to you and what you're feeling for the day. Right here is the art gallery. It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. Some other ships we've been on had much more extensive art galleries, and they were much bigger and fancier, and we really enjoyed looking at them, but that's where it is. This is where you get all your photos. You can Use any of these kiosks, tap your C card, look at all the pictures they've taken of you. You can choose the ones you want to purchase. They do have cool little picture frames. I love the porthole picture frame. We got a few of them in our house. And different like keychains and stuff like that, and sculpture things. Here's some pricing here. I highly recommend you pre-purchasing photo packages for a discount. You could usually get them about 50% off online a few months before your cruise. And here is some more cool things they have, a little pricey. As we go up the elevator, really love the elevator rides on the Royal Caribbean ships. Just the open glass concepts. You really see all those ships, and they have cool artistry and stuff to look at. It's always a lot of fun. They're a little small, a little crammed, but you can make do with them. And here we are up at the top. A quack quack? Wow! It looks like we just found our first duck. One thing about the Royal Caribbean ships that's so much fun with the kids is the duck hiding and hunting. Everyone brings these leopard ducks on the cruise ships and hides them around, and the kids go around and find them. A lot of people will hand them out. It's just a fun little activity for the kids. You will find them all over the place, and they just get so much joy out of them. And there's so many different varieties of ducks as well. All right, now I want to show you this. This ship was built in 2008, so it's almost at the 20-year mark, and it's refurbished in 2023. Not a huge deal, but as you can see a little bit of rusting here. This is a view from outside the window. Just along the railings there, it's a little getting a little crusty. Not the biggest deal, but it does show some signs of wear and tear, whereas the newer ships don't really have that. And here we go, we're entering the ice skating rink on the ship, which is really cool. One of the few ships that has an ice skating rink at sea, and you can actually take your kids here, or yourself if you want to, and go and ice skate, rent some ice skates. I don't think they charge you for the ice skates, but there's like a sign-up sheet where you have to wait in line. Only a certain amount of people can be on the ice, and I do have a full review of the show, the ice skating show, which is amazing. Just click on our channel and you'll see that. It's really cool, the acrobatics they can do and the tricks they can do on a moving ship. Really impressive if you ask me, especially on ice conditions that are not ideal, with people spending time on the ice all day chopping it up. And this is the ship's arcade, like I showed before, but this time it's up and running during the daytime, and it's very smart. They put it right where you drop off your kids, so they really want to use it, and then you spend money on the arcade. And you can see all the signs. So many are closed. Broken, broken, broken. So this is just typical of a lot of Royal Caribbean cruises. And right next to it is a family room that I showed you before. As you can see, it's a great place for families to bring their young toddlers just to get away from things and have a couple of activities for them. And here we have one of the kids' lounges. We do not put our kids into the kids' lounges during the cruise. They enjoy being with us, and we feel safer that way. And just knowing who's around them. So we are able to check it out though, as they have these activities open to families to come in. Here they were making a volcano, the classic vinegar and baking soda. And they had some teaching behind it too. It's really cute. So it's a nice activity to do that your kids are getting a little bored. Evening, we went back to the main dining room for dinner. And I highly recommend, if you can, sitting near these large portholes. Such a pretty view, and just a really cool looking at the ocean. If you do the earlier dining option, it is a little less crowded, as you can see. As you walk down below the ship, you'll notice that they have the art collection here from Park West. Unlike some other ships, Independence of the Seas doesn't have one dedicated gallery. Instead, the artwork is displayed throughout this area, so you can browse as you explore the ship. They also host live art auctions where you can bid on pieces or purchase artwork. It's a Royal Theater, the ship's main entertainment venue. Throughout your cruise, you'll find Broadway-style productions, comedians, live music, and other performances taking place here. It's a beautiful theater with great sightlines. I'd recommend arriving a little early if you want great seats. Some of the bigger cruise ships, you really gotta get there like 30 minutes earlier. Some of the older ones with the less popular shows, you can come a little later and you should be fine. There's always plenty of seating. And of course, Sugar Beach, our daughter's favorite place on the cruise ship. Look at all the candy they have. They have large selections of gummies and different hard candies and packaged candies as well. This is such a good selection of those stuffed animals and some other treats for the girls, and lollipops. You can find so much. Look at the size of that Hershey bar, that gummy bear, so crazy. Just a nice place for the kids to get some snacks. Don't forget to hit up Next Cruise to make your next reservation. You'll get a lower deposit with extended period of time to pick a cruise and some onboard credit. This is the Schooner Bar, one of the ship's most popular lounges. It's a great place to relax with a cocktail, listen to live piano, music, or join in on trivia and other fun activities throughout the day and evening. Whether you're meeting friends or just taking a break, it's definitely worth stopping by. We usually come here a little before dinner just to get a quick drink and just enjoy the atmosphere. Honestly, there's something peaceful about sitting by the window, watching the waves, and seeing a new destination come into view. As Independent Seas pulled into the cruise terminal, we got our first look at Halifax and the beautiful waterfront that we'd be exploring later that day. Before heading off the ship for our excursion, everyone gathered in the Royal Theatre to get organized, and Royal Caribbean uses this space as a meeting point to divide you into groups. Just do not be late. Can't stress that enough. They will leave without you, so make sure you're ready. For more details about the port, check out the other videos in our channel. Actually, on our last night or two in the main dining room, they will do a big production for you. And one of the things Royal Caribbean does really well is their farewell celebration with the dining staff. The waiters and crew put on a fun little performance, thanking everyone for sailing with them, and it really gets the whole dining room involved. It's also a great reminder of how much work the crew puts in behind the scenes. Many of these crew members spend months away from their families to make sure that the guests have an amazing vacation experience. They truly go above and beyond, from remembering your preferences to even surprising you with little touches like extra desserts or chocolate-covered strawberries. We always recommend showing your appreciation. You can request a tip envelope from the guest services if you'd like to leave something extra for your server and dining team. They work incredibly hard, and it means a lot to them. One of the cruise's biggest surprises was, for me anyway, the ice skating show Freeze Frame. It's located in Studio B, the onboard ice skating rink. And I have to say, this was probably one of my favorite productions of the entire cruise. Growing up, I was never really someone who enjoyed watching ice skating. I remember watching the Olympics and honestly, just not being that interested. I actually hated it, but seeing this live completely changed my perspective. The talent and the athletic ability of these performers was absolutely incredible. They weren't just skating around, they were doing impressive choreography, jumps, spins, tricks, while putting on a full entertainment production. What makes it even more amazing is the environment they're performing in. This isn't a normal ice rink on land. They are performing on a moving cruise ship. During our sailing in particular, we had some rougher seas, and you could actually feel the movement of the ship pretty good over here. Yet these performers were out there maintaining their balance and executing their routines like it was nothing. And another thing that people may not think about is the ice itself. After hundreds of guests use the rink throughout the cruise, the surface isn't necessarily going to be a perfectly smooth Olympic-style ice rink. They're performing on a challenging surface on a moving ship, and they still delivered an incredible show. If you're sailing on Independence of the Seas, I would highly recommend making time for Freeze Frame itself. Of course, another walk through the Royal Promenade, which you will spend a lot of time. It's kind of where everything is. Here's a little bit of a line for people waiting to get in the dining room. I highly suggest you do a reservation for your dining so you're not waiting in that line. Another cool part about the ship is they have these interactive displays where you can find a map of anything you could possibly think of on the ship. It tells you how to get there, gives you details, menus, all the stuff. The daughters love pressing buttons and just looking at all the menus and the pictures. They had a lot of fun. It's so easy to use. Another tip is, while you can find all the menus in your Royal Caribbean app, if you do walk by the main dining room, you can see a menu of what is being served that day for both lunch, dinner, and of course breakfast. Independence of the Dunes. One of my favorite parts of Royal Caribbean ships. Not all of them have them, but they have a miniature golf course, and you will find it normally on the top deck all the way in the back of the ship. You climb these stairs here, and they do have partitions of like the plexiglass to kind of block the wind. It is quite windy on a sea day up here on the top deck. It's lots of lounge chairs. You could relax, enjoy a book, look at the ocean, get some good views, and it is blocking that wind to make it a little easier for you. It was May, like I said, so it was pretty chilly and pretty windy up here, but we made the best of it. And there was like nobody up here. It was so cold, nobody was in there. Now when you finally make it toward the back of the ship, you will have reached Independence Dunes. I love miniature golf. I'll always have fun doing miniature golf, and it's not gonna be like a full-size golf course, but it is literally a pretty decent size, as you can see. We had a lot of fun, a lot of cool little unique little characteristics of it. I will say it is a little beat up. You can see a lot of patches in the, I guess, turf, whatever you want to call that. A little cool Volkswagen style bus the girls thought was really cool. Nice photo opportunity here. But nonetheless, I had a great time. Just don't expect the fanciest, most up-kent facilities here. One of the specialty dining options on board the ship is Izumi Hibachi and Sushi. We didn't personally dine here on the sailing, but we've heard great things from other guests. It offers hibachi style cooking and sushi with a fun dining experience. Just keep in mind there is an upcharge. Another fun feature on Independence of the Seas is the screening room, the ship's movie theater. It's a great option if you want to relax and catch a movie while at sea. During our sailing, they were showing Zootopia 2, and we stopped in to enjoy part of the film. We didn't stay for the whole entire movie because on a shorter 4-night cruise, we really wanted to spend as much time as possible exploring the ship and experiencing everything on board. But it's definitely a nice option to have, especially for families or anyone looking for a little downtime.
We decided to come down here to this beautiful industrial.
Enjoyed looking out the window to see the seagulls. We even saw what we believe are a couple whales on the sailing as well. So keep a lookout on the ocean. Another one of the fun places we found on board was the Star Lounge. During our sailing, this area was transformed into a lively bingo tournament space with guests competing for prizes, enjoying some entertainment together. But the Star Lounge is used for much more than bingo. Throughout the cruise, it hosts a variety of activities like trivia, game shows, live entertainment, and special events. It's a great example of how Royal Caribbean uses different spaces around the ship to keep guests entertained from morning to night. Although, if you're going to do bingo, just heads up, a lot of people get there like 30 to 45 minutes early for a good spot. One of the quieter spaces on board Independence of the Seas is the ship's library. This is a great spot adjacent to the Star Lounge, and it's a great place to slow down and kind of relax while enjoying some peaceful time away from the busier areas of the ship. The library offers comfortable seating, a collection of books, and even some board games and cards that families and friends can enjoy together, whether you want to grab a book, challenge someone to a game, or just find a calm place to sit and take in the ocean views. This space is a nice hidden gem on board. It's a reminder that cruise isn't just about non-stop activities. There's also plenty of spaces to unwind and enjoy some quiet time. And there is a quiet area in here, so you do have to adhere to that policy. We were a little disappointed that Grease is no longer performed on the ship, but its replacement, Tap Factory, was still a fun show. It's a high-energy musical production with impressive singing, dancing, and colorful performances that kept the audience entertained throughout, and it was very funny. Great time sailing on Royal Caribbean's Independence of the Seas. Even though we ran into some pretty rough seas during our cruise, there was still plenty to do on board to keep us entertained. The ship does show its age in some areas, especially when compared to Royal Caribbean's newest mega ships with all their cutting-edge attractions and neighborhoods. Because of that, this ended up being one of our least favorite Royal Caribbean ships, but that's really more of a reflection on how much the fleet has evolved over the years. We still enjoyed the food, entertainment, and the variety of activities, and the crew did an excellent job throughout the sailing. At the end of the day, a cruise is what you make of it, and we made some wonderful family memories. We'd absolutely sail again, but if you're deciding between this ship and one of Royal Caribbean's newer Oasis or Icon-class ships, the newer ships definitely offer a more impressive overall experience. Also, our channel has lots of different travel content, including Disney trips, other local adventures, and plenty of videos from this cruise with excursions and shows broken down if you want to see them, so please subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.